Who's ready for a CJ the Champ video?
Shut your clanker ass up, B1.
I got this.
Oh.
Something's wrong with him. That's not human, man. You're not regular, man.
Looking for ice cream. Same.
Nigga was the devil, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new series on the channel, The Forbidden Files. Now, let me quickly explain to y'all what this is.
I just started watching.
These are not trials. These are files and cases for characters that, quite honestly, don't even need a trial. This is the new tier called the Forbidden Tier, and it is strictly reserved for legends of the game. And we're starting this series off with a character that was so disgustingly broken, he had to get nerfed. And that is none other than 2003 General Grievous. This nigga Grievous in 03 was the devil in animated form. Niggas talk about 03 Grievous like niggas talk about Vaughn. Like, this dude was a Jedi killing machine that was non-force sensitive, by the way. Like, for real, dead ass, bro. If he wanted you out of the—
I always forget that he wasn't force sensitive at all. He was just about it. Bro knew ball.
He go do it himself, on feet by himself. The nigga straight up had to go. And let me just give y'all a warning right now before we even start. If you have only seen Grievous from Revenge of the Sith in 3D Clone Wars and have never seen this man in the
You have
2D
not seen
version,
Grievous.
then, woo, you're in for a ride. So let's not waste no more time. Without—
I was there when that show was airing. I was a child when that show was airing. I was there for that. Were you there for that?
further ado. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Case 1. Sliming out multiple Jedi at once.
What do you mean? There were multiple Jedis who just became one with the Force. They're just an incorporeal form, like we're capable of the Force. The fuck do you mean? He could do it. He could have.
Here was Grievous's first appearance in any type of Star Wars media. And man, I'll tell you, boy, this on record has to be one of the craziest character debuts of all time. So this is how this went down. While Anakin and Obi-Wan was finishing up a mission on this one planet, they get hailed from this one Jedi Master. And this man is fighting for his life and panicking. Bro was on the line like,
help.
We need immediate evac. This new droid general, he's unstoppable. Oh God, what the hell? And the next thing that you see when they—
I must admit, I saw the 2003 preview, but only him in action. Yeah, no, you need to see you need to watch the show. Even just watch this video or watch a compilation of Grievous from the 2003 animated series.
Planet is this man falling over and dying, and Grievous stopping the communicator in the ground. The first time you ever catch a glimpse of this demon is him booming a Jedi Master. Not just a regular Jedi Knight, a whole ass master. That is fucking horrifying. Now let's continue. The other Jedi that are with the Master that just got boomed are being completely surrounded by an army of droids. So while they had them completely surrounded at this abandoned ship—
not just droids, the super battle droids.
Grievous makes them cease fire. And after he made all the droids stop shooting, this man got on the mic and said,
"Attention, Jedi Storm! You are surrounded by the glorious Separatist army! Now, I could have my character swift tease you right now, but where will be the fun in that? So I, General Grievous, will personally come in there and slime you niggas out myself."
Damn, he said it like that. He said it with his chest.
So after Grievous drops the mic and proclaims that he's gonna slime out the Jedi himself, they all start taking position and getting prepared for this nigga, because Grievous is walking towards them right now. And let me say this real quick. The Jedi in here are no pushovers, especially these three. Long-head ass Kiadi Mundi, who is a member of the Jedi Council, Shakti, who was a pain in the ass to fight in The Force Unleashed, and Ayla Secura, the alien shorty that took like 10,000 backshots from clones in Revenge of the Sith. Like, these are no
I gotta say, Shakti went down like a bitch during Order 60, Order 66, and so did she. They all went down like bitches, but they all make it out of this encounter with Grievous.
These are known Jedi Masters. And the fact that this man Grievous had this long head ass motherfucker sweating bullets is insane. So while Grievous was approaching them, all they could hear was his footsteps echoing around the wreckage. They couldn't tell where this dude was at all. So this is where the insanity begins. This poor Padawan.
Oh yeah, I just noticed this.
And believe it or not, his name is actually Shaggy. Not gonna lie, when I first watched this, I was like, why does this dude look like Shaggy? And boy, oh boy, come to find out, this actually is a Jedi version of Shaggy. Like, that is just hilarious to me, bro. But anyway.
No, they can't do that and not make him a master. You can't just have Shaggy be a Padawan. That's fucked. He dies here. I guarantee it.
Louder and louder,
Shaggy wouldn't die here.
The same scary ass nigga in Star Wars as well ended up losing his composure. So he runs outside just to get squashed by this nigga Grievous.
I like how there's not even a body.
Yeah, R.I.P. Shaggy. That is one of the most insane deaths
Bah!
I've ever seen. This nigga Grievous jumped from the top rope and squashed him.
The
The
rings.
sonic rings out that nigga. If you pay attention very closely,
The
his
rings.
entire body disappeared. That means the impact of that fall was so hard, his carcass was squished into the ground. His body was literally unrecoverable. So after Grievous squashed Shaggy, he starts towering over all the Jedi.
Aku. That just reminded me of Samurai Jack for a second.
Laughing at their asses, then shows them his 10-foot mechanical body and then just disappears. These niggas were shook because
And I'm gone.
into a survival horde. Grievous really started playing Dead by Daylight with these niggas, just toying with them while he was ready to hunt them down one by one.
Why you gotta
while
use
they were
that?
moving back with their backs against each other, you see this nigga appear out of the shadows like Batman hanging from the roof. Dude is literally looking over them,
Bro, you're looking in that direction. How do you not see him?
stalking his prey. So Grievous finally decided he was ready to get active. He drops from the roof and starts going to town on these niggas, fighting the whole 1v5 and enjoying every second of it. And dude, this man is a literal cheat code. He can turn his body into a Beyblade. This is the most unfair shit I've ever
Let it
seen.
rip.
But how the hell are you supposed to fight a 10-foot cyborg that can move his body like a Beyblade? Oh, and guess what? That's not all he can do, because this is about to get even more insane. He started breakdancing on their asses, fighting them.
He really got with it. He got down with it.
Hell, a 10-foot cyborg should be moving like this. No twin, nuh-uh. I'll be for real, bro. If I saw this shit, I'd put the saber down, bro. I wholeheartedly understand why George Lucas.
I
nuts
quit.
this nigga.
Kill me.
So as the fight continued, long-head ass Kiadi Mundi tried to force push, bro, but Grievous dodged it and landed on the side of the roof.
How do you
This is when
dodge a
Grievous
force
decided to
push?
start singling them out. He jumps back in and hits the ground so hard he made a smoke screen. So this wildebeest looking nigga decided to go in and try to fight him one-on-one, but Grievous pulls off a crazy move. He blocks his attack, and when old boy tried to swing at him again, he dropped his saber, cut him across the middle with his green one, then
Tricata?
with his other one. Bro, boom that
That's illegal. That's basically Tricata. That's illegal. You can't do that.
musty ass wildebeest immediately when he was 1v1 with him. So after the wildebeest Yeti hybrid got boomed, Shakti decides to throw a bunch of scrap at him. But Grievous ends up cutting through.
For those who don't know, Tricata is a lightsaber form that both the Sith and the Jedi looked out on as either weak or dishonorable. It's whenever you ignite or whenever you turn off and turn on your lightsaber to get the jump on your opponent. I think throwing your lightsaber up to dodge and then catching it again counts. I think that counts. Do you need attention, little lady? Are you scared of the storm? Uppies. Okay. Okay, here, you want to lay on the desk?
Then this one Jedi tries to pull up on him. I'm gonna refer to him as Yeet because the nigga got a turban on his head. Grievous grabs his elongated head with his grippers and slams bro's head into the ground, breaking
Damn.
his neck on impact. Bro didn't
He's
stand a
dead.
chance. He didn't even get to swing the saber. His last seconds of life was him getting his face gripped by this man's foot, then eating dirt right after that. But old boy wasn't the only person to get his face gripped, because after Grievous boomed him, Ayla came in trying to swing, but Grievous gripped her face
Damn.
mid-air, then swung both of their bodies across the map with his feet. That has got to be one of the most insane ways to slime a nigga. Sending them
Disrespectful.
flying with your feet is OD. So the last two Jedi remaining were Longhead Kiadi and Shaak Ti. So Grievous ended up
Can I?
insane ways to slime a nigga. Sending them flying with your feet is OD. So the last two Jedi remaining were Longhead Kiadi
Wait, we still gotta fight him? Oh no, we're the only ones left.
and Shaak Ti. So Grievous ended up zoning them both out of their range. Then he drop kicks Kiadi's ass across the stage,
Damn.
taking him out of the fight. And this just left Grievous one-on-one with Shaak Ti. And he was pushing her shit. She was panicking, barely holding on and blocking his strikes. So he ended up knocking the saber out of her hands. Then he comes in to swing on her, but Shaak Ti barely blocks this with the force and gets sent flying into a pillar. And she
Use
is
that
out
Ezra
in this
Bridger
shit.
move.
So the last man standing was Kiadi Mundi with his elongated dingling head. So Grievous grabbed Shaak Ti's saber and picked it up with his foot. And he was staring at this nigga Kiadi, laughing at his ass like,
You fool with your elongated head.
Three sword style.
Trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku.
So after Grievous finished taunting this man, he ends up pushing Kiadi and knocking the saber out of his hands immediately. And Grievous ends up going in for the kill. But at the last millisecond, Kiadi ends up getting bailed out by the clones. And the clones looked at that boy Grievous and said, Troopers, blast that half-breed clanker. So they start shooting at Grievous, and Grievous hits the dash.
Where did
While the
you guys
clones are
come from?
blasting every single piece of ammo that they have at this man. So while they continue trying to shoot bro down, Grievous decides to drop in and starts to murder all of the clones in front of him. So after Grievous ended up mowing down the whole front line, a whole gunship ends up pulling up right in front of his face. And this is when Grievous finally decided to make a strategic retreat. So Grievous ends up getting the
The
dash
gorilla
again.
clip
That
is
man's
crazy.
out there. I know his 40-yard dash speed is fast as hell. And Kiadi and the clones end up retreating. So yeah, that right there
Kiadi-
was General Grievous's first ever appearance.
He really
So
said,
let's
"Get back
review
here,
his
I'm not done
carnage
with you,"
that
like he didn't
caused.
almost
He
just get
crushed
slimed out.
Shaggy into oblivion, put Wildebeest nigga up on a shirt, gripped Yeet with his feet, and broke his neck, and threw their asses across the ship with his feet, and damn near killing Shaak Ti along with Kiadi Mundi. Oh, and I forgot old boy at the beginning that got boomed on
Oh, he had the whole three sword style, dude, and it's not in his mouth. That should be illegal.
the communicator, along with his entire battalion. So yeah, this man packed up 4 Jedi, put Ayla and Shaak Ti on a stretcher, and had Kiadi's ass rethinking life. This is one of the nastiest debuts a character has ever had to date. So yeah, and guess what? That was only case 1. We still got another case left. And boy, let me tell you, it gets even crazier.
Why? I love how he just kind of looks like a
Alright,
bird, by the way.
Let's move on to case 2, the siege on Coruscant. Now, what you're about to see are the events that basically open up episode 3. Even though this series is now
2003, Grievous has aggressive bird energy. Oh,
this is still kind of what basically happened. So how this went down. This evil ass conniving nigga Palpatine sent this man Grievous to invade Coruscant and capture him. So the separatists end up pulling up to Coruscant and a massive battle just ensues. Now before we get to Grievous, we gotta take a detour real quick, because this is one of the hardest moments in Star Wars history. This nigga Captain Fordo
oh, this is what leads into episode 3. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood what he said.
popping off this battle. Nigga turned into the Doomslayer. Just look at this shit. Him and his squad are being overran, but he didn't care. Bro boomed the battle droid in front, turned around, smacked this nigga, dumped the clip in his ass, then he throws
Fuck
his
the
gun at this
clankers!
droid, blows his head off, then picked up his blaster in his left hand. and
Fordo the
started mowing
goat.
these niggas down. Like, nah, bro. You know this man man was top of the leaderboard in every single Battlefront lobby. Bro just dropped off 20 droids in the span of 20 seconds. So while the battle continued and Captain Forder was running up the scoreboard, we
Kind of one-sided, isn't it?
watching the battle and sipping tea, not giving a care in the world. This man doesn't care at all what is happening right now. He's just looking at all this shit like, good. I orchestrated all this shit. I don't give a damn what's happening, nigga.
Good.
So while Palpatine was enjoying his tea, Shock T, a bunch of troopers and 2 Jedi end up pulling up with her. And they're trying to get this man Palpatine to safety. But Palpatine was just stalling and acting like, oh, Master Shock T, greetings. Would you like to enjoy some tea with me while I watch the battle? And she like, no, old ass nigga, I'm trying to get your ass to safety. But while they continued to stay in this room, they started hearing footsteps around the room. And when they started getting louder, Shock T knew immediately who this was.
Get down, Mr.
I've heard this before. We should all run now.
President!
Hi, how are you?
So he
Hi, how are ya?
himself right in the room. And look at this mechanical, lanky ass nigga ore farming. Bro really had to hit a whole JoJo's pose before he started dropping niggas off. So this nigga Grievous looking at Palpatine like,
Greetings, Master. I've come to pick you up.
Shut the fuck up. You mechanical Nimrod. They're not supposed to know that shit till the 3rd movie.
I'm sorry, Lucius.
Now capture me and make it look believable. So Grievous tries to grab him, but Shock T pulls him away. And they end up taking Palpatine, and Grievous is surrounded by about 20 clones. But bro didn't care that he was surrounded at all.
20 clones? Light day at work.
Dude was actually
For Grievous, at
'cause
least.
Now he can let loose and kill some niggas. So
What the
clones
fuck
start
was
firing,
that?
and Grievous jumps up and immediately starts mowing every clone in that room down. Look at what he does to this one dude. He grabs him and plants him on the wall, then just slices him down the middle. And I'm not gonna lie, this next guy got done dirty even worse. Grievous slices bro's gun in half. Then he grabs him by the leg with his own leg, then throws him out the window. No!
Goodbye.
That is one of the worst ways to ever go out. Bro grabbed his leg with his
Where are you
own
going?
leg, then sent him flying, and he's gonna fall for like 100 floors before he goes splat. Oh man, rip that guy, bro. So as he continued to murder everybody in this room and make this clone look up to the sky to see God, we get to one of the nastiest
Are you there, God? It's me, clone number 2356. Help me.
kills of all time. Grievous grabs this one clone by his face with his grippers, then slams his skull into the wall. Oh dear God, that might be worse than the guy that fell 100 floors. If you look to the right, you can see the horror on this one clone's face. You don't even see his face, but you can
Cherry? Oh, fuck, I'm gonna... That's gonna be me next, isn't it?
tell just by the look. If I saw one of my homies get slimed like that, I'm gonna be real, I wouldn't know what to do. At this point, just put the gun down and accept your fate or just run. Those are your only options. Look what happens to this royal guard. Bro, grab
Please. Mercy.
him with his grippers, starts using him as a body shield, then slams his body on the ground. These clones
That's
are having
crazy.
some of the most horrific deaths I've ever seen, because this is just getting ridiculous. So Grievous just continued to murder everyone in that room. Those clones stood zero chance against this man.
Clanker.
They were literally used as meat shields so Shock T and them could get away. So while they was waiting by the elevator, all they could hear were just the screams of everybody getting murdered in there. Look at this one Jedi. He is spamming the button trying to get the elevator to come up. Because dude is horrified of what he's hearing in there. So when the screams stopped, they knew that
Please.
the head start that they got was over. Grievous busts through the door on all fours, running at them like a rabid dog while dodging multiple force pushes. So Shock T ends up finally hitting them, buying them some time to get in the elevator, but that didn't put Grievous down at all. So later on after they escape, they're all taking this high-speed elevator down to the ground. So they thought they were safe. They thought they had time to breathe, but that lasted for a whopping 10 seconds. They look to the right, and this nigga Grievous is running down the building. Oh my God! He is running down a building, keeping up with a high-speed elevator. Like, no, bro, no, man. This has got to be another reason why George Lucas nerfed this, man, because this is ridiculous. So this one clone said, nah, twin, fuck this shit. He just decides to shoot a rocket launcher at him. And I'm not gonna lie, was that warranted? Yes. I mean, they gotta try something.
Absolutely.
So when they finally reach the ground floor, they are surrounded by a bunch of super battle droids. And Grievous just dropped.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I went too far back. I'm sorry.
Finally reached the ground floor. They are.
What is this? I get it was like simpler animation, but what is this?
Surrounded by a bunch of super battle droids. And Grievous just dropped.
Come on, we didn't even zoom in that much, and they're at least like lined out
From the building right in front of him. So Mr. Manslug nigga decides to use a force howl, but Grievous was prepared this time. He uses those damn grippers, digs in the ground,
What is...
and starts moving through the house. They was trying every trick in the book and couldn't stop this man
That's
at all.
why men went literal chicken mode.
So they just decided to run. There was no point in fighting them. So while they was on the run, Grievous's Magna Guards end up killing the final two clones.
I did say that Grievous looked like a fucking bird, and then he turned into a fucking chicken.
So the only ones that were left standing protecting Palpatine was Shakti and the other two Jedi. So they were having to run for their lives through the city while Grievous and his Magna Guards were chasing them. And this whole chase was just insane. They went from fighting on a ship to Grievous just destroying it, making it crash in the middle of the city. Then they ended up fighting in a subway station. And I'm not gonna lie, this next scene had to be one of the most terrifying scenes of all time. When they thought they were safe behind this train, this man Grievous pops up right behind them. Jump scare.
Hello there.
Boom. So he starts walking them down and pushing them back. Then kicks both of the two Jedi to the side. So he ends up walking up to Shakti and telling them,
I have unfinished business with you.
Jedi scum! You may have escaped from me before, but today you will be slammed!
But Shakti
Tip of the
ends up
spear, by the
pulling
way.
off a 10,000 IQ big brain play. She used the force to wrap this man's cape around the train. So when the train was ready to go, Grievous just gets yoinked. And this
Yeet.
finally brought them some time to escape from this man. So about a good 20 minutes passed, and they think that they finally shaken Grievous. Shakti ended up splitting up from him, and the other two Jedi ended up taking Palpatine to his bunker so he could be safe. So when they got in there and locked all the doors, they thought that they were in the clear, but they were soon about to realize not even getting yoinked by
Are you
a
sure
high-speed
about that?
train would stop this nigga. Grievous was waiting for them in that room the entire time. So he drops down and starts fighting the other two Jedi. And while he was doing that, look at this evil, conniving motherfucker going back like, good.
Oh, he's good.
Good. So
Palpatine being like, oh, this guy's good.
slime those niggas, Grievous. Put them on a shit. So while Grievous continued to fight them, they end up getting stuck in a lightsaber clash. And this is when Grievous finally revealed his trump card. The thing that he's most famous for. He pulls out the other two arms and starts using all four of them holes. And when he was using all four of his arms, they stood no chance. Grievous cuts
No.
both of them down in a heartbeat. And it was game over for both them niggas. So Grievous finds Palpatine, and he looking at him like,
I've done it, Lord Sidious. Are you impressed?
about fucking time, you half-breed clank. Now get me on the ship and let's fucking go. Okay, on a real
Half-breed Clank is fucking wild.
note, Grievous actually never knew that Palpatine was Sidious. That is still hilarious to how oblivious he was to him. But anyways, Shakti finally ends up making it to the room, but she's too late. She sees the other two Jedi dead, and Grievous holding up Palpatine, and Palpatine looking at her like, oh, hello, Shakti, dear. I'm having a little trouble here. Can you please help me? So Shakti runs at Grievous, but he hits her saber to the side and just chokes her. So he takes her saber, adds it to his collection, then decides to give Shakti some actual shock. He just electrocutes the hell out of her and just ties her up and leaves her there. So Grievous ends up taking Palpatine to his ship. But before he was about to leave,
Why'd he let her live but kill the other two? That doesn't make any sense.
my goat, Mace motherfucking Windu nigga, came down and looked at Grievous like, you a fake demon twin, and crushes this man's sternum. Look how he had this man Grievous leaning back. Lord have mercy. And this is the incident in this continuity that gave him that iconic cough. So after the ship takes off and Grievous escapes, Revenge of the Sith
And that's the nerfing him that they were talking about.
starts. But yeah, that's basically the end of case 2. So let's look at our final carnage report for case 2. This man launched a full invasion on Coruscant, broke into the Chancellor's room and slimed like 20 clones in the most brutal way fashion, then decided to chase the Jedi throughout the whole city, then kill 2 of them and knock out Shakti for a second time. This is some of the most wicked work of all time. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the end of our first ever Forbidden File. I hope everybody can clearly see and understand why this demon got nerfed. Because if he was moving like this in Revenge of the Sith in 3D Clone Wars, then dear God, the Republic would have been cooked. So yeah, 2003 General Grievous, that nigga had to go, just straight up.
So that was his introduction. So technically though, why didn't he move? So if the first thing we saw was his introduction, if the first thing we saw with his introduction when he killed Shaggy and all that, if that was his introduction, and then he was moving like that still at the very end of that series, which was the beginning of Revenge of the Sith, the movie, why wasn't he moving like that in the Clone Wars, the animated series, which is in between all of that? That doesn't make any sense to me. But oh well.